G'day, Chief. Welcome to the Inner Chief podcast. And today we've got an extra special episode, a great minisode on being a meeting master. I'm going to teach you a few key steps in how to be a meeting master and run meetings like a chief. But also I'm going to share with you what we call the break a leg set of benefits. That's right, our Director of Marketing has been busy at work listening to some of the outputs from our mini MBA, and she's come up with this little beautiful model of benefits. Because if you run a meeting really, really well, you get this break a leg set of benefits, and that the break is the special framework, and it stands for buy-in, respect, engagement, action, and confidence. That's right. You just think for a minute, when you go into a room and you run a meeting with absolute full preparation and excellence and mastery, what you start to automatically get is buy-in from the people around you. They're engaged because you're engaged. And as a result of that, you gain respect as well. I mean, you just think about a time you've walked into a meeting room and one of the leaders in that room has just led it absolutely beautifully. They've kept an agenda, they got the action sorted, they know the outcome they're driving for, they treat people with respect and dignity, but they're always boldly moving towards the right outcome. You can do nothing but respect that person in the minute. Also, you get this engagement, right? You get this engagement around the kind of activities you are trying to drive in that meeting, because now everybody understands the context. They understand the why. They're drawing up the energy you're putting into the room, right? You've got to be the chief energy officer in a meeting. That's what meeting mastery is all about. And when you do that, people will automatically respond. They'll lift with you and you'll experience that engagement. Then you'll get the action benefits, right? When everyone's bought into what you're doing, they respect you and they're engaged into what's happening, the actions will happen, because they also know, like all meeting masters, there's going to be a follow-up meeting to ensure that we're all held accountable for the things that we're going to do. So then, as a leader, you will get action. You will get traction against the things you're trying to do in your business. And the last thing then is, if you do all the right moves in the preparation for your meeting, you'll be more confident. Right? You're going to go in with all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. You're going to know the outcome of the meeting that you're driving for, and you'll be there, as I said, as a chief energy officer to drive a great meeting. Now, in our mini MBA recently, we have a whole set of modules on meeting excellence. But I just wanted to talk to you now just about a couple of key things. The first thing to remember is, whenever you're going into a meeting, as a meeting master, as a chief, we need to know what the outcome of that meeting is. Where do we want to be? Where do you want people to be? What do you want them to think, feel, and do by the end of that meeting? Right? Then how are you going to get there? Reverse engineer the outcome. What is the stories you're going to tell, the data you're going to provide, the questions you're going to ask, the agenda item, any other collateral you're going to need in order to get everybody to that place, that outcome, where you want them to think, feel, and do. You also, in your preparation, you might want to do a little bit of scenario planning. What if somebody says this? What if somebody responds like this, particularly in difficult meetings or challenging stakeholders or in negotiations? Scenario modeling is an absolute must. As I said in a previous minisode, Chief, meetings are the performance theatre of executives. There's only two performance theatres: meetings, even in one-to-one conversations, and the technical work of your role. So when we go into these meetings, and if you want that break a leg set of benefits, remember that sense of buy-in, respect, engagement, action, and confidence. If you want all of those things, then it's just about preparation and performance in that meeting. You know what, Chief, if you could get all those things for free, wouldn't that be wonderful? And that's what you can do. To get all those benefits, it doesn't cost you anything. It just means a few minutes at the beginning of the day to prepare for the meetings that are coming up in front of you. And if you do that, and you are the chief engagement officer, and you set great context at the beginning of your meetings, then you are going to get all those wonderful things as a result. Righto, Chief, get out there and be a meeting master. And if you've got any further questions about that, or if you've got little techniques that work super well, then I would love to hear from you about the things that work the best in the real world. All right, Chief, get out there and be the meeting master.